Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4-4 Suit Podcast. I'm Ivan Toney, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sunday.
That's me.
And the blasé Tony O.
Morning, boys. How goes it?
Mr. Blasé, how's it go?
Mr. Blasé.
I mean,
Yep.
four Premier League games this weekend. Hard not to be blasé about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel yeah.
Don't they know that we have to do a podcast every week? How are we supposed to do a podcast when there's only 4 games to talk about?
They try to give us content in those games. They scored a lot of goals.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Liverpool did us no fucking favors.
Well, they had, 9 goals between them?
But when they score all of them, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
but
not,
it's
not fun when teams just win 5-0.
I enjoyed it because
I enjoyed it, but okay.
Chelsea didn't have to play.
Oh no, I had a wonderful weekend. Don't get me wrong. A weekend without having to watch Man United was beautiful. We should
Somehow
have
you
more
were still
weekends
catching
like
strays.
this.
Everyone's just surpassing Anthony on the stats chart.
That's fine. Hey, if Anthony is catching strays, I'm happy. I wish they weren't strays. He should get targeted attacks on Anthony, please.
Onana too, huh?
I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You can take him as well. I don't care. Like,
United did
the main
lose this
thing
weekend,
is,
by the way.
I didn't have to watch him.
United did lose
I
this
didn't see
weekend.
any of the Cameroon games in AFCON either, so...
It's really hilarious that Onana is most likely going to be back without having missed any games for Man United. It's just...
This is good commitment.
I know you guys probably didn't watch, but Chelsea did beat United this weekend.
I
What, the
know,
Youth
the
Cup?
women's...
Oh, the women's.
League.
Lauren James scored a hat-trick.
Hat-trick.
What was the score?
3-1.
3-1.
So they're still first, huh?
Yeah. Chelsea has Stamford Bridge, man, in the
Her
in the
second
Women's
hat-trick,
Super
I
League.
think,
Just
this
too
season
good.
already, Yeah.
Yeah. Chelsea
Can we
first,
do-
City second, Arsenal third.
Has she stamped on any other players recently? Because she's got a problem with that, man. She's done that a couple of times now.
Yeah, she's got a bit of a
What she did
streak.
against...
Arsenal.
Did she do it against Nigeria in the World Cup?
She did.
It might not have been against Nigeria. It might have been in their second game.
No, she did against Nigeria. All right, it was an
Against
iconic
Nigeria?
picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the player was just laughing on the floor. That what is this? It was nuts. I can't remember. I think that was VAR, but somehow she got away with it. But did she?
Oh, her coach immediately subbed her off after that.
Yeah, she's a really good player. She's just got, she's got a bit of the waza about her. She loses her head.
Yeah.
But I like her. Yeah.
No, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, do we actually start talking about the Premier League now?
I mean, we could do the WSL. It's it's probably more
I
interesting.
mean, that's the only result that I know of from this past weekend because it popped up in my feed. But yeah, hey, I'm all for it. We're top of the table, so I should maybe focus there.
I tell you what, if Chelsea is top of the table, we can't talk about it. We got to keep Tommy down here with me.
Fair enough.
I need some company.
Just looked at the WSL table. It's just interesting to see the classic, like Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham. That's the order now. Like, now that the big clubs have started investing in the women's game, you can see, it's starting to mirror the men's game a little bit. But, yeah. Anyway, we can transition back to,
Here we go. Hey,
All right, Tony, kick us off.
Right?
Arsenal 5, Palace 0. Take your allotted 5 minutes while Tommy and I get to take a nap.
5 minutes. I don't really have much to say about this game.
No, this is dangerous. Is there? If we take a nap, we ain't waking up in an hour.
If you take a nap, I'll join you and take a nap as well. I need it. I'm not gonna miss out on that.
We just rebrand our entire podcast.
I'm sure some people will be into that.
Now.
ASMR.
It's a bunch of white noise.
Yeah. I honestly, it was the game I expected. It's been very similar to the games we've had recently in that, except we actually scored this time. So the scoreline, I actually think we've played better recently and had, some defeats in there. But the moment Gabriel scores, that's like, how are Palace going to respond? They don't have a lot of threat up top, really.
Oh, I thought Eze was pretty.
He was the
consistent
only
as a
one, but
threat.
he's not.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. He's not even
You're
a
asking him
striker.
to do it all alone, right?
Oh, I
Elise
know,
was
yeah.
missing in this game. They need to get out of that team. That team is rubbish, man. Like,
I mean, you can see
genuinely.
the Palace fans were not happy. Like, do you see any of the banners and
I
stuff?
saw the
they-
protest at the end. I have a feeling that the 2 goals they conceded right at the end played a part. The protest played a part in the 2 goals they conceded because it just looked like Palace completely lost concentration. I don't know if they were protesting against Hudson as well. It was mostly the owners, but
I mean, it's the direction that the
Yeah.
club is taking, right?
they were not happy that he was reappointed in the summer. Like, as a caretaker manager at the end of last season, sure, after Vieira was sacked, but it just looks like. I mean, if you're a Palace fan, you have nothing to look forward to every
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
It's just nothing. It's just existence now at this point.
That's sad. That's so sad to put it.
It is. I remember listening to, I think it was a Fulham fan once. He said sometimes he just would rather the team get relegated or are in a relegation battle because then it becomes interesting. And then if you go down to the championship, you can look forward to getting back up as opposed to just, 12th, which is Palace's position all the time. But nice for some of the players to get back into goal scoring form. I mean, that's what, like I said, there's not much to say about the game itself.
It was because Arsenal scored 10 minutes in, something like that.
Yeah, I'm saying Gabriel scored twice. I don't know what's going on that they chalked
Yeah.
one off. That was nonsense.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
mean, that second one was not going in until it hits Henderson.
It
It was
wasn't.
going across the goal.
It was going
It was
in.
going across. It was going across the goal. Then it hits Henderson and goes in.
I don't know, man. Henderson's on his line, which I think that should.
No, he's a couple of steps off his line.
Okay. I
Bad
thought-
goalkeeping, but he that's going back across the goal until it hits the goalie. So I like the moment I saw the replay on that one, I'm like, oh, this is gonna go down as an own goal.
Okay.
So,
Does he get an assist in fantasy for that?
yeah,
I don't know. Probably if he headed it, then he would have. Yeah.
yeah, he would.
Nice. That's good stuff. I mean, it helps. Yeah. How many goals now for Martinelli this season? Because he got 2 this game. How many had he had before? Like 1 or 2 before, right? I'm
Gabriel.
assuming he didn't have them. Or not Gabriel. Martinelli. I meant Martinelli. Yeah.
I mean,
He
technically,
had
it's still
2.
Gabriel.
Yeah, I guess that is Gabriel. Yeah.
He had 2, so
He had 2.
yeah,
okay.
he would have had 4. He has 4 now in
That's
the
going to
Prem.
really help distance himself from those Anthony comparisons. Now he's got 4. Yeah, that's huge.
Anthony has
That's
0.
huge. Yeah, I know.
Martin,
That's
the moment he
distance.
scored 1,
Yeah.
he distanced himself from Anthony. You should be talking about
Show-
Gabriel.
show some
Gabriel's
fucking respect.
distancing himself from Anthony.
Which Gabriel are we talking about right now?
Magalhaes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
didn't score this game, did he? Eh?
He doesn't score, man.
He doesn't. He got an assist, right? He got an assist, yeah.
Got an assist,
Yeah, he did get. He got an assist for Trossard, I think.
Trossard.
Trust
But
that. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
all the Gabriels lining up for goal involvements.
I have a feeling that Martinelli, Trossard, and Jesus at the moment is our best front 3. We never see it because we hardly ever play Jesus on the right. But I don't know, man. Saka at the moment, I'm just not seeing enough. But yeah, Trossard and Martinelli
looks-
are the club's best
Saka,
finishers.
Saka just looks gassed every time.
Yeah.
Like he looks. He
He
needs
looks-
a couple of weeks. Like,
But
coming
he's
off the
had
bench and-
10 days off. I don't know. I do think he's been playing with an injury, and now I just wonder if it's now just form. You know what I mean? Like, he's struggling to get back into the form he was in before his injury. But
How did my boy Kivior play? Is he still playing fullback out there?
he
for
didn't
Arsenal?
play. Why would Kivior
He
play?
didn't play. He didn't
No.
play. Oh man.
He has been exiled, Tommy.
Has he been exiled?
Yeah.
He hasn't been exiled. We picked up a couple of injuries in this game. So, the
So
question
he's
is
gonna be
how
back.
long?
Oh, okay.
How
Gotcha.
long are they going to be out for? Because Rice came off saying he felt his hammy, and then Arteta says, yeah, those some tightness in his hamstring, and they didn't want to risk it. Same thing with Gabriel. I think maybe a bit of a knee tightness in his knee. So Kivior would play there, and I'd prefer Kivior at center back because I don't like seeing him at fullback.
I don't want to see him fullback either. Yeah.
But we also have 10 days before the next game, so that's like
it's a good break.
Oh right, no FA Cup, right, for you guys.
Yep, no FA Cup. Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the team that knocked you out of the FA Cup. Liverpool. They beat Bournemouth 4-0. Again, just
Never in doubt.
no. The moment they go 1-0 up, you're like, all right, this is game. Even before then, like they were all over Bournemouth in this one.
Yeah.
I
They
don't.
start so slow in first halves. Liverpool.
Do they?
Well, like they didn't score. They didn't score until second half, right?
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant in general. They started slow. I don't think it started slow. I think it just didn't score.
I'm just saying, in terms of like their output in second halves, this must be such a huge difference in goals that they get in second halves for the first halves.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
I don't think Liverpool miss Salah when he's not there. I think they miss Trent.
I mean, look, the Liverpool's results when Salah is at AFCON, they've never lost a game.
Exactly. Like, I don't
away.
think he does get his numbers. But I look at their games and I'm like, I don't really think Salah is an outstanding part of their game. When I watch it, I think he's just an exclamation point. Then they can take him out and put another exclamation point in. You know what I mean? Like, he's very self-minded in the way he plays Salah, so he gets his numbers. But did anyone think that they weren't going to win this game because Salah wasn't present? No, huh?
No,
Like,
I mean, no.
I think they have a bit more crucial pieces in their team. Incidentally, Salah's back with Liverpool. I think that's messed up, man.
That's
I really
weird. I was
do.
gonna mention that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like he left
Wait,
the
is
Egypt.
he back?
Yeah, he left the Egypt.
Egypt's not
camp to go.
eliminated yet.
No, he's not. And his injury is so mild. Like, it's a grade 1 hamstring strain. And they're like, if Egypt make the final, Salah will be back. What? That's...
No, he's apparent. I thought he was going to be back if they made the quarterfinals.
Or maybe it was quarterfinals.
Yeah,
but
something early.
if I'm the
He's going
coach
to miss
and
like 2 games.
if I'm the coach and you're leaving the team, I'm like, just stay there. Don't come back.
Yeah, don't come back.
He's
And
captain
that's
as well,
Wild
isn't he?
that, yeah, he's their captain. He's their top goal scorer, and he's just leaving.
Speaking
There
of
must
Salah
have
not
been-
being missed, Egypt look much better without him, so I don't know. Yeah. I
There
mean,
must be an agreement there, like, for example, if he gets an injury, they just want their fitness and medical staff taking care of him.
it's
over
Egypt, man.
Egypt's.
It's not like Egypt doesn't have
Yeah,
good
no,
medical facilities.
I
Yeah.
agree, but there must be something like that in like a contract or something like that. It's like if he gets injured,
Grade
he's
1
seen by us.
hamstring. All you have to tell them is make sure he doesn't sit down too much. That's it.
Yeah, just stretch.
It's not
If you're gonna
that
sit
big a
down,
deal.
if you're gonna sit
Don't-
down for an hour, stretch for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
that's-
very big advice. Maybe he can only get that from Liverpool.
Oh,
Hey,
well.
sign me up as a medical professional, I guess.
I do find that crazy.
I thought it was
strange.
messed
You want
up.
to support your teammates, you know what I mean, for the little bit there.
Yeah, imagine being another Egyptian player, part of that squad, seeing your captain jet off, being like, you're supposed to be back in 2 games. What is this?
Yeah,
That's weird.
I don't like that.
No.
I mean, his legacy as far as the national team is not. I think he is their highest goal scorer, like you said, but I don't think there's a general belief he doesn't deliver in the big moments for Egypt. So this, I don't think, is going to help.
No.
Especially the who was it they played? Was it Ghana? It was Ghana they played where Kudu scored twice. Or am I mixing up games now?
Yeah, I believe it was Ghana.
Yeah, they looked much better once he came off. He came off at the end of the first half. Egypt looked much more of a threat after he went off. But yeah, we'll see. Who knows? They may not make the quarterfinals, so this could all be incidental.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got, I think their 3rd game is against
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde.
Bebe's Cape
Who have
Verde.
won. Bebe's Cape Verde, who are top of their group.
What a hit! Yeah.
Okay, we're veering
man.
off into AFCON talk. We've gone completely sidetracked from Liverpool. But let's put a pin in the AFCON for now because
All right.
we will be talking about Bebe. But Liverpool didn't miss Salah because Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez came up with the goods.
Hey, he's learning how to finish now, this Darwin guy.
No,
Why do
see,
we
the
say
thing is,
that? That's his first goal in 11
he didn't
games.
have to take a touch. He didn't have to take a touch. If he doesn't have to take a touch and like look up or think, his finishing is great. The moment he has to think about anything, it just goes out the window.
I
Both
think
of his
even when he
finishes in
doesn't
that
have to
game
take a
were
touch, he
amazing.
still misses, man. I just think that was such an easy chance that every Premier League striker should be finishing that one. Should be.
The second one was pretty class though, with the outside that Buda put in the corner. That was from the cross, first time. Honestly,
No.
that was
Tommy,
pretty damn good.
Darwin will score some damn nice goals.
Yeah,
He will score some gorgeous goals, but he will still miss like some unexplainable
No,
ones.
I-
That is the duality of Darwin. That is why he's an interesting player.
I for sure agree. I saw a stat. He's got 10 goals, 10 assists this
First
season.
in the Premier League to get double in
first
both.
to get it, which is, for me, it just seems unexpected. But I guess
No,
I mean, yeah.
He,
He's
he
been doing
gets
well.
his stats. He's definitely a stats man, Darwin. It's just you watch the guy and like you have no idea what's gonna happen. Guy's like a random jack in the box. It's just crazy surprise every time you wind it up. But yeah, I mean Diaz still looks
Tony,
out
I would like to deviate and talk about what kind of jack in the boxes you've been dealing with all your life. That there's a crazy surprise in each one.
Nunez. Yeah, that's a Nunez. Yeah, like
Every
Rubik's
time
Cube.
I've seen a jack in the box,
It's
it's
the
the
same
same
surprise?
thing. You wind it, and it's just the little fucker pops up. You push him back down. You wind it.
That's
it's
too
not something
simplistic. That's
different.
Mo Salah.
Yeah.
No, you need a random generating jack in the box. Yeah,
That's a creepy toy. I gotta be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, who gets those things for their kids? That's creepy.
Somebody should get on that. It'd be a bestseller, I think. But yeah,
Fucking RNG jack in the boxes.
there you go. Yeah.
Patent pending.
Yeah. Is there anything else to say
Anything else to
about
say?
the
I
I
Liverpool
don't think
game?
there's much
Tony,
else about this game.
Tony,
Let's move
you
on.
No, Tony wanted to ask, is Jota better without Salah? That's what you want to talk about, right?
I think Salah limits some of the Liverpool attackers to a degree, especially Jota. I think Jota is really good in the front two or on the right because his game is simpler then, and he scores a lot of goals when Salah is not present. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they need to get some courage and ship Salah off to Egypt, to Saudi, and see what happens. Because I think Jota's numbers have dropped since he first signed for Liverpool. I don't know if you guys remember.
He's been injured a lot, right? Jota? I feel like he's always been injured.
He went.
Well, he has had times with injury, but he also just doesn't consistently
Yeah.
start games, right?
He had a run last season where he went 31 games without scoring. So there's being injured and there's not delivering. You know what I mean?
That's some Anthony shit right there.
Exactly. So, yeah, his numbers tailed off. This season, he's got decent numbers. He seems to be back to his old self, which is good. But I don't know. I like him. And I just get the feeling that, I mean, he's not a kid anymore, so, yeah. But good player, perfect backup for Salah. Yeah, must be nice to have attackers, attacking depth.
Yeah, that can score.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't be me. Let's move on. Brentford 3, Nottingham Forest 2. The big story out of this one is that Ivan Toney is back from his gambling ban, and he has scored a free kick.
Love it.
Like he never left.
Yeah. It was weird watching him in this game. Incidentally, I think the free kick is brilliant in that the way he gains that advantage. There's been a lot of
Yeah, moving like the spray and the ball like about a foot to the side.
I don't know why there was so much uproar about this. I don't think it's that big a deal.
I mean, look, players move the ball around on free kicks all the
Yeah.
time. Like,
And-
foot here and there, whatever.
They watched him do it. That's the thing. The players watched him do it. Some players were looking at that and they said nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah. I would say like that should be on the wall.
And the keeper.
They should just like shift over.
Yeah.
Well, I assume at that point the keeper probably can't see the ball.
No, but he moved anyway. Nah, I don't think you should still set your because Turner went back and he checked and he was happy with the gap and then he scores because.
Oh, so they didn't move the wall after Tony moved the ball.
No, they didn't move. The wall didn't move afterwards.
Yeah,
that's on them. That's on them for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's smart play. I mean, I watched. He looked really good. It's clear, like Brentford just went to him all the time. He plays Harry Kane football without having the same level of threat as Harry Kane. You know what I mean? He's just all over the place except in the box. It felt like, but yeah.
Yeah, he kept popping up on the left wing.
Yeah, left wing,
hey,
right wing, DM.
Just saying, if Neil Mopa is banging them in, then maybe he doesn't need to stay.
What a goal, huh? What a goal by Mopa.
It's just unreal.
It's nuts. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a big.
That was the one that hit his hand, right?
I don't think it hit his hand.
I could not see a proper angle. They never showed a proper angle.
They complained. But I saw 10 replays. I'm like, it did hit his hand. They were really adamant that it did.
It was a nice finish, yeah.
Who is the coach? Got a yellow card. Can't remember. Oh yes, it is Nuno. Yeah. Nuno got a yellow card. He was pretty pissed off, but I don't know. Big win for Brentford. I think that's the first win in what 6 or 7?
A while.
They were
at risk getting sucked into that relegation battle for a bit.
Yeah. Without missing Mbuemo, missing Toney, so yeah.
Missing Wissa as well because he's off at AFCON.
Missing Wissa, yeah. So yeah.
Like this is the perfect time for Toney to come back because they were out of strikers.
Yeah. Yeah. Good win.
All right, and the last game of the weekend, Sheffield United 2, West Ham 2. This game was honestly a lot of fun. It's just stupid stuff happening. Maxwell Cornet, who,
I forgot he was there.
Not at AFCON, like his stock has dropped so far that I believe he's Ivorian, if I'm not wrong. But he didn't even get called up. Scores his first goal for West Ham. Ben Brereton Diaz scores his first goal for Sheffield United. There's penalties at the end. Both teams get a man sent off. It's just fucking chaos, and I loved it.
Yeah. I feel like West Ham have not been good for a long time. They've gotten results. Like, I remember watching them against United. They won, but they were shit. Same thing against us. They won, but they were shit. They keep getting away with these terrible performances, and because it's David Moyes, everyone just assumes that this is the way he plays. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't think you can keep conceding chances the way they are and expect to win football matches.
They got outshot by Sheffield United.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like 21-16.
Yeah,
that's how are you getting outshot by Sheffield United? They got outpossessed by Sheffield United. I know West Ham.
They get outpossessed by everybody.
I know, but I know they're not built like to be a possession team. But getting outpossessed 58% to 42% by Sheffield United of all teams is like if they got outpossessed by like Burnley, I'd be like, okay, Burnley does try to hang on to the ball a bit, like that I would understand. But Sheffield United are not built to be some big possession team either.
Yeah,
like that much of a discrepancy is wild.
I guess that gives them.
Sheffield United.
Come on,
man. It's Sheffield
United.
Come
on,
but it's you guys. West Ham has been like this all season. You know what I mean? It's not like this is the.
We're pointing out how bad it is.
There was a difference before. Before they were looking like it seemed that sat back on the counterattack and hit you on the counterattack. Now I just think they're not playing well. They're conceding a lot of chances and getting away. They're getting lucky. They've been getting lucky lately. I mean, it's not like their results are that great. It's a bit up and down. But
I mean, they beat just recently. They beat Arsenal and United.
But they just crashed out of the FA Cup.
We're saying that they've gotten results despite playing very poorly.
You take them.
They got outshot by Bristol City in the FA Cup. right? Like, I'm saying they're conceding a lot of chances and they've been getting away with it. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they've played well for a while. Like, they're sixth right now. There's no way they've been the sixth best team in the league this season. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying in terms of West Ham, they've been conceding all these chances from the first game of the season. It's kind of just been like that. It's like the game goes either their way or it doesn't. It just feels like they would. Or did they not beat like Newcastle early on the season, like big? Was that West Ham?
Big.
Like early on, like very early, and then the next game they'd lose. Oh, they think they beat Brighton, and then they get trashed the next game. They just kind of been like that all year in terms of conceding chances. Whether it goes their way or not, it's just 50-50. But so far it's been going away. I fully expect them to regress and to drop down the table. It's just not going to go their way in the long run. And that's why you see like guys like United, Brighton, Chelsea are like right there waiting for West Ham to drop and take their spot. So they won't stay six. That's for sure.
We're not waiting for anyone. We're worried about
I don't know where that
right
courage
now.
came from, but okay. Like, take their spot. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Newcastle at 10th. Jesus Christ. Wow.
4 losses in a row.
4 losses. Yeah. Did they play? They didn't play this weekend. Well, anyway. Yeah. All right.
But there is one more Premier League game going on today, gentlemen. Do we want to have a quick gander at Brighton against Wolves? Almost forgot what the game was. How do we think this was going to end? Tommy, I'll come to you first.
Brighton against Wolves. Brighton are at home. Yeah, it's going to be a goal fest. 2-2. 2-2, yeah, 4 goals, yeah.
Tony, what are you thinking?
2-2 Brighton. Is Wolves ever involved in a goal fest? I guess of late.
This season they've been
of late.
This season they've been alright for it.
Oh, by the way, they the Korean guy is gone, eh? For a little bit.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe they won't score. Yeah. I'll stay with it. Who cares?
You said 2-2.
2-2, yeah.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Brighton. Yeah. 2-1 Brighton. Why not? I don't know who's gonna.
I weirdly also think it's gonna be a draw. I'll go 1-1 just to differentiate myself from Tommy. But let's move on to some AFCON, and let's in particular talk about my boy Bebe. He's still doing it. He is still doing it.
I'm loving
Cape Verde, top of their group, ahead of Egypt, ahead of Ghana.
Jesus. Yeah.
Already qualified.
You know the
One
beauty
of Egypt
of
and Ghana are going
AFCON?
home.
The beauty of AFCON is just the rivalry across nations. Like, so many times now, people are watching games just hoping the other team loses. Like, Nigeria is watching, hoping Ghana loses. Ghana's watching, hoping Nigeria loses. Like, yeah.
Look, you have to respect the hate, man.
Yeah.
You have to respect
Nobody
the amount of
supports
hate. I love it. I love it. No, hate watching sports is some of my favorite stuff.
Fradenscheude. Yeah. Schadenfreude. I said
Fradenscheude?
Fradenscheude. Jesus Christ.
Excuse you.
Schadenfreude. Yeah. Gesundheit. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for giving me my title for the episode.
Fradenscheude. There you go. Yeah. A feature of this AFCON has been the number of, shall we say, exports who have decided to come back to the motherland and, you know, have a bit of an international legacy. You're seeing Bebe turn. I forgot that he was playing for Cape Verde, and incidentally, what a hit on that goal.
45 yards out.
45 yards
like
out.
That.
Yeah, Ronaldo knuckleball.
Astonishing keeping.
This must be what Fergie saw when he decided to sign him. Yeah. His talents. Yeah.
Tell you what, for a guy signed very literally off the streets, he's done well for himself. He's got like a solid career going in Spain. I'm happy when Bebe does well.
He was signed off the back of a church tournament, I think, or something.
Nah, Homeless World Cup.
What?
Yeah, he was living on the streets. He was homeless. There's some like World Cup kind of thing for that. It was just that's apparently where he got signed from. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane, and it might be my favorite transfer of all time.
Yeah, it's
so
definitely some, I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
Money laundering involved in that one.
Absolutely.
It makes no sense. 7-point-something million for Bebe was nuts. But, yeah, here he is, finally fulfilling his potential. Yeah, I can't remember who Nsue plays for now. He was a highly rated international, Spanish under-21 international. And he's been really good in this tournament, Emilio Nsue. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, he's in our group, I think. Equatorial Guinea. Yeah, he plays for Equatorial Guinea.
They are top of your group right now.
They are top of our group.
These groups are so interesting going into the final games, because Group A, you'd expect Nigeria, Ivory Coast to be in those first two spots. Instead, Equatorial Guinea are in first. Ivory Coast are in third. Like, we've already talked about Group B. Algeria in Group D are currently sitting in third. They haven't won a game yet.
They got so fortunate in the last, because they played Guy's very own Burkina Faso, and they looked dead and buried. They got a 95th minute equalizer in that game, Algeria. If they didn't get that point, they're out, really. Mm-hmm. I think Burkina Faso play Angola in the last game. So you'd expect Algeria
that is good for Algeria.
Yeah.
Because they get to play Mauritania, who haven't won a game yet.
So if they win that game, I think they'll go through if they win that game. I don't know, because they all... If Angola...
Actually, it might come down to goal difference.
Yeah, but I'm assuming...
If Angola and Burkina Faso draw...
But if they win that
Algeria
game, they're going to be on
1-0.
+1 goal difference anyhow. So...
Yeah, so it might come to head-to-head, and Algeria has drawn with both of them. And who the fuck... I don't know where it'll go after that. I think goals scored or something.
Goals for is usually the next type
yeah.
of game.
Yeah.
So, I tell you what, for the chaos, I would love to see Algeria beat Mauritania and get an Angola and Burkina Faso draw. Mostly because I think Guy's poor little heart would explode at that point.
Yeah. Tapsoba, he's been really good for Burkina Faso, as well as Kofi. Kofi's been good as well up top. I think Bertrand has 2 goals, 2 penalties, 2 high pressure penalties in the tournament.
Yeah, he's been coming off the bench in the game so far, right?
I think, didn't he start the last one? I can't remember now.
He was on the bench. He was on the bench for both of them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
Isak Obori started on the right.
What I want to hear is the Nigeria update, because you guys had a big win, and you're playing today for your advancement.
Nigeria. So the coach, he had a really good change against Ivory Coast. He went to a back 3, which really helps in our build-up, because our midfield is not good. It's been a big weakness for a while. So he played. I can't remember who he played beside Iwobi in the double pivots. Against Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, their midfield is excellent. They have Sekou Fofana, Kessié, and what's the Forest boy? Sangare in midfield. So that's a really good midfield, and they dominated possession in the middle third, but in the final third, they could not create anything. Their attackers, they've dropped off a lot. They had Crasso up front with Kwame on the right, and you remember Jeremy Boga, Tommy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was on the...
Wait, did Zaha not play for Ivory Coast?
I don't think they took Zaha.
They didn't take him.
They didn't take Zaha. Pepe didn't start this game, which shows you how far he's fallen.
Jesus. Pepe.
They looked better when he came on, but yeah. Nigeria, I mean, our forward line is excellent on paper. But as far as
not doing it in the second game either.
I mean, see, this is the thing, right? Like, this is why I've always been worried about Osimhen, because I know he's a menace up top, but he's never been the cleanest striker of the ball, so he misses a lot of chances. He should have had like 4 or 5 goals in this tournament. But then in the last game, he scores the equalizer, and then in this game, he wins the penalty, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, creating threat, probably not as clinical as he should be. But the other forwards, Lookman and Chukwueze, they just never look like scoring, you know. But it's a very positive result for us. We bring on Onuachu as well. He's like, I think he was at Southampton at some point. He's like 2 meters long.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, dude is massive. Yeah, he's at Trabzonspor. He's on loan from Southampton. They signed him in January last season. They weren't impressed, clearly. He didn't score for them. So, yeah, the guy is literally over 2 meters long. 2.01 meters. Crazy.
How does he move on the field? Is he like very labored? Or is he
remember
just kind of
Zigic? Yeah, he's actually got some legs on him.
Okay.
But
that's good.
More Peter Crouch than Zigic, maybe.
Who was taller? I don't remember.
I think Zigic was like a shade taller.
Yeah. He's
like
not
6'8"
Peter
to
Crouch.
6'7".
Peter Crouch was silky, man. Crouch had text.
He's like weird.
Yeah.
What a strange person Peter Crouch was.
BFG.
Just weirdly shaped.
Yeah.
Weirdly shaped, but also decent touch. Like,
yeah, scored some
good
bangers,
striker of the ball.
Yeah.
That fucking bike he scored for Stoke City from outside the box
against Man City. Yeah. That volley across.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Trustekon scored the penalty, center back's penalty, blasted it straight down the middle.
You know what? I love when a team's primary penalty taker is a center back. As you know, he's just gonna smash it.
Yeah. Our defense is pretty good. Basi, Ekong, and Ajayi, Semi Ajayi is pretty good. And the keeper I've been impressed with, Nwabili. So, yeah. I don't know if we have the midfield to go and win it, but we do have quality in little chunks of the team. But you look at Senegal, I think Senegal and Morocco have been the best teams so far. So, yeah.
Disrespect to Bebe and Cape Verde. Just saying, man. 6 points, 5 goals scored, 1 conceded.
Yeah.
That big game is today. Egypt and Cape Verde is today at 3 p.m.
Is it today? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's after the Nigeria game.
Yeah.
Nigeria play...
a little something to watch after we stop recording.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Nigeria play Guinea-Bissau at 12 p.m. I'm not sure I'll be able to watch that, but yeah. If we need to win that game. We win that
You have to
game.
win, yeah.
That could be a Cote d'Ivoire out. Guinea-Bissau have 0 points, so fingers crossed we don't do anything stupid.
I can see the stress in your eyes.
Yeah. Fingers.
Okay,
Fingers
if you
crossed
say so. Yeah, I'm not like Tommy with the national team. Tommy gets stressed watching Poland. With Nigeria, it's que sera sera. Ever since Yakubu missed that empty net, I'm just like, you guys are not going to add to my stress. Yeah, I'm just zero expectations with Nigeria on AFCON. Well, not, in general. AFCON, we do a bit better, but yeah.
I was going to add, hopefully Nigeria isn't, in a game that's their favorite to actually win, they don't disappoint, like I've seen so many times.
With Poland? There you go. See? Tommy's more stressed than I am. he's projecting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy can't even get stressed about Poland now because there's no fucking hope. Speaking about no hope, let's have a quick chat about Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Because
what a transition.
Just really trying to get myself
we are going to get someone's going to say something at some point about your branding of the Middle East. Yeah. Okay.
In fairness, it's not my branding of the Middle East, it's just my branding of the people that run it.
Okay.
And, their workforce conditions.
Okay.
And how they conduct themselves.
Okay.
We could talk about Jamal
Hey,
Khashoggi.
of the three of us,
trades. We could talk about
you are the
anything.
best placed to be the face of this criticism.
I did live the closest.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's gay. Got that Canadian passport now. He's staying here. Jordan Henderson has fixed football. Mission accomplished.
I know, right?
He's coming back. He has solved whatever issues plagued Saudi Arabian football. He has raised the profile of the game. Tony, hasn't he done a wonderful job?
Yeah, amazing.
How can he leave his tens of adoring fans that flock to see Al Ittifaq play? How can he leave his boy Steven Gerrard, who has just signed a 2-year contract extension with Ettifaq?
He hasn't won a game since October.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on in that league, man? Like, I don't know.
They're hoping that no one's actually paying attention to the games and results, and they're just seeing, oh, Gerrard's there, got a contract extension.
But the whole point is for these players to make us pay attention to what's going on there. So the Henderson one had to be a Gerrard signing, because what's the point?
Oh, absolutely.
What's the point of signing Jordan Henderson? Like, sorry, he doesn't have the following to drag anyone to Saudi. No one cares that Henderson's there. And he's gone there. Apparently, he's made no money, and now he's Ajax.
I don't get that at all.
He deferred his wages basically to avoid some taxes and stuff.
But he won't get paid eventually.
Well, the talk is from his camp is apparently that he might not even get paid or something. But who knows? Look, I'm just saying, if the man decided to go there and trash his reputation for free, that is his right.
That is so stupid, man.
That is so funny.
Here's
that's funny. That's just good comedy.
Here's my question, because obviously he wants to still play for England, right, in the Euros. What are the chances that
Southgate's going to take him. He's just signed for Ajax, so Southgate is going to take him. Now Southgate doesn't have to answer questions about, hey, why are you taking someone who's playing in a quote-unquote inferior league, or someone who is in like semi-retirement or anything like that. Now he can be like, oh look, I'm signing a guy who I assume will probably be starting for Ajax, and Ajax have not been very good this season, so he'll probably be starting sooner rather than later. But Southgate is absolutely putting him on that plane.
I guess my question is, what are the chances that some higher-ups in Saudi Arabia go to the English FA and say, guys, don't take Henderson, he made us look bad. You know, what do you think something like that happens?
What? Some guys...
I think Henderson, the only person that looks bad at the end of this is Henderson himself. Because he compromised, he took such a moral position.
Yep.
And then he decided to compromise all of it. And in every fucking interview, he keeps saying, I didn't go for the money, I went to raise the profile of the game, and I don't know, this sort of like savior bullshit that he comes up with. Whatever he has to say to make himself feel better, go right ahead.
Yep.
But, you know, anyone can see what he's done. Everyone knows what he's done. Like, he's going on interviews with Adam Crafton, of all people, a very prominent football journalist who is also gay, and like trying to explain this away to him. He's not buying your bullshit. No one is.
I don't think Jordan Henderson is very interesting, to be honest. So I like his whole. For me, he should have just kept his mouth shut. Yeah, just look, we know why you went.
I would have respected him. I would have respected him so much more if he just said, "Look, I couldn't say no to that amount of money."
I'd have respected him more if he just kept quiet.
I still would have called him a fucking coward, and I still would have called him out for the positions he took beforehand. But at least I'd have some respect for him being fucking honest, if nothing else.
I've noticed that. Well, I guess I only have 2 cases for it, but like Mane and Koulibaly and feel like these African guys, they've come out and said, "Yeah, we've come here for the money." Come out and say
it is.
Yeah, they're not,
there's no need to pretend. There's no need to pretend. Everybody does it. Yeah. Everybody does. Like I said in the group chat, if you're an engineer, you go to the Middle East and you know, okay, I'm gonna be here, conditions and all. I'm gonna rough it out for a year or 2 years or 5 years, whatever your contract is. Make bank, and I'm gonna come back. It's normal. It's real life. Yeah, that's the whole point. You don't need to justify your I'm going there for this reason. The game raising raising the profile of the game. I'm going to make a
Oscar,
difference with
who went to China. Like, he was straight up about it. He was just like, look, I'm making generational wealth. I'm taking care of my family and my family for generations. Like, fair play.
I'm
like,
going
I
to
can't
be an
argue with that.
ambassador for the game, and I'm going to, try and make a difference with my football. It's just like, shut up, man. You can't make any difference.
Yeah.
I just haven't been listening to Jordan Henderson since the first one he gave. I'm just like, okay, honestly, you're not that interesting, mate. I don't know why you feel you need to justify brand Henderson. Your brand is not that big. Like, yeah. He's back now in Europe. I don't think anyone's going to watch Ajax because Henderson is playing. So
No.
They're out of Europe, right? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if they dropped to the conference.
Are they in?
Oh wait, were they in the
something?
conference? Brighton are
They
in the Europa
were-
League, right?
They're in
They were in
Europa.
Europa League.
So
They're
they
in
might be in the
Europa.
conference. I'm not sure.
They didn't do you well, so yeah, that's okay. I mean, no one's gonna watch. I don't watch the Dutch league anyway, so I mean that's not gonna change.
Yeah, PSV are flying in that league. Ajax, I think will
I
make
think
it.
I think PSV are unbeaten so far.
They are one draw this
that-
season.
Fucking nuts.
Van Nistelrooy is not the coach for PSV, right?
Nope.
He's different. He's not
He
different
left,
from
I
Matt,
think.
okay.
Didn't Rude
He
leave?
left.
Rude left,
I
I
can't
think, at
remember.
the end of the season.
Yeah.
Last
At the end of the
season.
season. Oh, okay.
I might be wrong about that, but
Oh,
yeah, he left. He was
think
most
you're right.
recently the manager of PSV. So there you go. They look to.
It's Peter Bosch right now.
Yes, that's right. They were in our group. I should know that. Yeah. I did know that, but that's why I knew Rude left because
Hey,
he was.
Neymar got his contract terminated.
He did not get his contract terminated.
No?
That's
I haven't
not the
followed that
correct
story.
wording. That's
That's
not
not
the
the
correct
right
wording. They're just
No?
they just deregistered him from the league so they could sign Renan Lodi. It's just that there's a limit on the amount of foreign players they can have. So they just deregistered him. He's still gonna get paid. Don't you worry. Those Neymar Saudi Arabia Instagram posts aren't going anywhere, Tommy.
So this is
Just
the
lap
this
him up.
this is the headline from Daily Mail. Neymar has been released from his Al Hilal contract for the rest of the season.
No.
Then you read the
For
first
the rest of the
paragraph.
season. Yeah.
No, then you read the first paragraph. Neymar is removed from the Al Hilal squad for the rest of the season to free up space for a new signing. It's just clickbait nonsense, man.
Yeah.
It's like those two
It's
things don't mean
bullshit.
the same thing. Yeah.
He's still signed. He's just injured for the rest of the season. So they're like, we're going to use the squad spot for someone else.
Yeah. Big Ben's wants out. I think, Tommy, you said today Milinkovic-Savic is reporting that he wants out as well.
I think the Benzema one. I think he's just done with football. With him, I don't think he wants out to play somewhere else. That's what I've been hearing. He's just checked out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's not happy with the standards there either. So
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh,
coming
me,
from
I'll
him,
tell you
too.
who is
Yeah.
happy. Cristiano Ronaldo
Oh
seems
my
pretty
god,
pleased
the
with
guy
things.
is all over the place, man. He's
Did you
everywhere.
see it?
It's so bad, man.
He's talking
It's
about
so
how he
bad.
should have won the Ballon d'Or because he scored like 58 goals this year. It's like, dude, shut up, man. No, like, it's Messi's living his best life in Miami. He doesn't care about you anymore. Like, leave Messi alone. The obsession is so. Oh god.
Oh, he was comparing himself. He's like, I've scored more goals than the young boys like Haaland.
Yeah.
You know, I should be getting the recognition
He's-
for it. He's like,
he's- He started off saying MLS is better than. Saudi League's better than MLS. Okay, you can kind of say that.
Sure,
It's not true,
sure.
but you can kind of say that.
Yeah.
Now it's
Then he
better
goes-
than Ligue 1.
He goes
And
for
it's like,
Ligue 1. Yeah, it's just like. come
what
on,
next? It's better than La Liga. It's better than Prem. It's better than the World Cup. Like, dude, you saw the cup that he picked up last season. That it looked like the World Cup. I don't know if you remember. There was
Okay.
Man.
like
I
Individual
did not
award?
see it.
That's an individual
Don't-
award.
no.
I don't
Was
watch
it? It
Saudi
might have been,
highlights.
or it might have been a playoff award. A playoff
Okay.
tournament. Yeah, this was just after the World Cup. Yeah, Ronaldo picks up a trophy.
Messi
that
got one.
looks-
We got to give him one
Yeah,
too.
it's just I don't know, man.
Oh yeah.
Never, he's such a weird guy. Like,
His ego is just
just-
crazy.
It's
I don't know.
unhealthy at a certain. Like, this is just unhealthy. At this
I mean, I'm sure it's in his contract that he has to do a lot of PR for Saudi, but for the Saudi league. But
It doesn't, but like that's in the contract for a lot of guys with like the Instagram posts and this.
Yeah, but
and
he's
that.
actually.
But
you know.
like he seems to relish it.
I guess he's got to find a way to keep himself motivated, right?
Or relevant.
And
like,
relevant, yes,
yeah,
both.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah.
40-year-old man behaving like this. God.
I mean, I do respect the fact that he scored 58 goals. Again, it's one of those things that if he just shut up and played, I'd respect it more.
People would be like, "Oh, fair enough."
Yeah.
You know, he's still banging him in over there, but
coming on and saying that, oh my, look, this league now, look at the quality of the league, it's better than League One. I've seen the games, man. They're shooting the balls out of the stadium when trying to shoot from distance.
I have not seen any game. I mean, I've seen the highlights of it. Like,
highlights,
people post when like someone like Ronaldo scores, right? You'll see like I'll see that. I have not watched a game. I have no interest in watching a game from there.
No.
I can't name you teams besides Al Ali. Is that who he plays for? Or Al Nassr? Al Nassr, who he plays for, right?
he plays for Al Nassr.
He plays for Al Nassr. There's
I know two teams. Yeah.
Al Ittihad, Al Hilal,
Al Ahly as well.
Al Ahly, yes. So, I mean, look.
Not to be confused with the very successful Al Ahly in Egypt.
Yeah. The thing is, if the fans in Saudi are not going to be interested, they're not even going to bother turning up. Then why am I going to tune in? It's just they don't believe in the brand. You know, it's not a great spectacle.
Even teams that are having their Super Cups or whatever, or cup matches, like you saw, what was it, Lazio and Inter, was it? They played...
Oh, yeah, in the...
5,000 people and like a 25,000 seater are coming to this game. Like, why even bother hosting a game in there if no one's showing up to watch? Like, didn't Madrid play Barca a week ago or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I don't think their numbers were that high yet, and they booed Tony Kroos the entire match because he called them out.
I mean, because they they disrespected, like, because they did a memorial thing for Franz Beckenbauer, who just passed away.
Yeah,
and they fucking that was not.
Wait,
good.
what happened? Who?
They were like, they put a little like memorial thing for Franz Beckenbauer on the screen, doing a moment of silence thing, and it got booed.
Yeah,
and it was just like, all right.
Why did it get booed? Because of like I don't understand. Was he a controversial guy about
no, not that I know of, but like people online were trying to explain, be like, oh, it's not like a custom over there to do the moment of silence. I'm like, no, I'm from Asia. I'm from Southern Asia. I'm like, we fully understand what a moment of silence is. Like, we have had moments of silence for things. You know, this is not something that's like, oh, they had no idea what's going on. Come on now. Like, I don't know.
That's really strange. But okay.
I love that Kroos called them out though. Like
Tony Kroos did. That was great.
Kroos says whatever he's thinking, whether it's appropriate or not. he's just that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But well, let's see what ends up happening with the Saudi League, because the cracks are definitely starting to show. I think that's just about...
Oh, I was going to... I don't know if I should say this on the podcast or not.
Well, now you have to.
Speaking of controversial, I watched a podcast recently with Nadim Anoaha. He made a statement. He was talking about Joey Barton, right? Who, you know, Milan's keeper. He was booed.
Yeah, that's right.
And Joey Barton, you know, he put up another controversial post.
Yeah, but I saw the thing that he put up.
Noah mentioned Joey's... He has a very sketchy background. I did not know this. Did you guys know his story? Or no?
No.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I should say this.
Hey, fuck it. This is off at the end of the podcast.
I did not realize that he had a cousin and a brother who were in prison for first-degree murder for...
I didn't know this.
Yes, for racially... what's the word? Racially provoked?
Motivated?
No, that's not the word. Anyway,
Racially motivated.
Is that
racially
what you say?
motivated. Thank you.
Motivated?
Racially motivated murder of a kid. I did not realize this, and apparently Joey Biden, in general, has been very supportive of said brother and cousin. Family, fine, but a lot of things started to make sense after I saw that. I was just like, okay, now I know where you come from, like your background. Yeah, power to you. I don't know how you have a platform to say the things you say, but this is the world we live in. So,
such as Elon Musk's Twitter.
yeah, X.
X.
Right. Sorry, X. I keep calling it Twitter in our outros as well.
It's a mess now, man. Elon has.
I will say
so
though,
bad. It's
that
so
moment,
bad.
that moment you're talking about with was it Mike Magnan? How do you say his last name? Mike.
I think it's
Magnan.
Mike Nunn.
Magnan.
Yeah.
Like I love that his teammates just like let's go support him. We're not.
Yeah, walked off. I'm surprised.
That's
I don't know if he should have come back. To be honest.
yeah.
But
Don't come back until whoever was doing it fucks off or the kick out, you know what I mean, or whatever it is. Like,
yeah.
You know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not easy when you're in that position. But
No, of course not. Yeah.
I do wonder if it would have been more impactful if he had stayed off, and then the FA would have had to make a decision on do we forfeit the game in favor of Milan? Do we, have some kind of replay behind
I
closed
want to
doors?
see if that happens again. I want to see a team do that. Yeah, just don't come back and play.
Yeah, but yeah.
Wow. What a note to end it on.
I knew you were gonna say that. yeah. Hey, I just figured I'd give the people some information.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
People need to know about that dipshit.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or if you wish, X at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We promise we're a better follow than some of the people out there.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Well, don't follow me because I don't even think I have an account. So.
That's what Noah said.
That's why I didn't
That's what
advertise
Noah
your
said.
personal account, Tommy.
Okay, gotcha.
The dude
It was
straight up.
never on offer.
The dude straight up said, "Don't follow me. Leave me alone." And yes, I respect that view. Yes, leave us alone. Yeah, but follow the accounts. Yes, at
Yes.
Follow us
Yeah,
as a
for
whole.
sure. For sure. Yeah,
Follow
yeah,
Uzi.
please.
Yes, for more.
Don't follow. Yeah, sure. Follow me. Why not? Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Yeah, good stuff. As always, enjoyed the chat, boys.
Tell you what, we got almost an hour out of a week with only 4 Premier League games. We have done well here. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.